The American Health Journal is brought to you by the National Healthcare Media Organization, bringing the latest in healthcare education to the American home.
This program is being brought to you in part by MedMovie. Illustrating life. Powerful visuals for health and medicine.
The American Health Journal, bringing you the latest information on medicine, psychology, diagnosis, treatment, and prevention. This week, the American Health Journal presents a special report, Discoveries in Alternative Medicine.
Hello and welcome to the American Health Journal's Discoveries in Alternative Medicine. I'm your host, Chris Long. High blood pressure, dry eyes, sleeplessness, poor skin quality, mood swings, and learning disabilities. What might all of these seemingly unrelated issues have in common? Well, on today's special edition of the American Health Journal, we will learn about health complaints that could be associated with a poorly functioning circulatory system. Research is showing the benefits of a blend of ingredients that can support the circulatory system. One study has shown that these natural ingredients used in combination could be the answer to a variety of health concerns. Now, on Discoveries in Alternative Medicine. The circulatory system permits blood to circulate and transport nutrients to and from cells in the body to nourish it and help fight disease. We interviewed Dr. Edward Andujar, a researcher of clinical trials, physician Nicholas Jareggi, a specialist in chronic disease management, Dr. Mahir Parikh, a corneal surgeon, Dr. Jack Hurd, a chiropractor who specializes in sports nutrition, and esthetician Annette Richardson. Up first, Dr. Edward Andujar, a clinical researcher and clinical trials investigator for Life Farm Global Network, explains the progression of our circulatory health.
When we're children, we have vessels that are completely clean. As we grow up and as teenagers, we start with the pizza and the hamburgers, and the vessels start to clog. And then by the time you're 50 or 60, they can be totally clogged. This is a process that occurs in all Americans.
It's really crucial for patients who want to live longer and they want to live better. They want to slow down the aging process as much as they possibly can to have really good circulation. Circulation is key. In fact, one of the main reasons why we experience the negative effects of aging and have more problems as time goes on is because we have poor circulation. And so everything that we can do to help every part of our body, the vital organs, our skin, our muscles, our joints, have better circulation, that leads to better health and longer health and a better life.
Poor circulation eventually causes the vessels to get completely clogged. And of course, when they're completely clogged, if it happens in your heart, it's a heart attack. If it happens in your brain, then it's a stroke.
Circulatory problems are a huge issue in our culture today. People that have circulatory problems often have cold feet. It may be a result of diabetes where the circulation becomes affected, and also that'll affect the heart and the brain also. There's even evidence now with circulation as far as the dementia type diseases that folks in their late middle age are beginning to have.
The signs of poor circulatory health are the usual ones: chest pain, shortness of breath, feeling like you're overly tired because the circulation is not getting to where it has to go. And with the brain, it's also headaches.
Your eye is one of the most vascular systems of the body. Your retina is bathed in blood, and the supply of the blood comes from your heart through your carotid and facial arteries. And so as your heart goes, your eye goes, is what I tell patients. Dry eye is a condition that many patients have that can make you feel very uncomfortable. It can cause blurring to the vision. It can cause redness, irritation. Patients who have dry eyes can be frankly miserable, and we try to do everything we can to treat their dry eyes aggressively.
The importance of the circulatory system in maintaining healthy skin is this: if you have a productive circulatory system, number one, you're not going to have a stagnant fat cell. You're going to tend to be thinner. You're going to have more oxygen delivery system in your skin. Your skin's going to look healthier and have that younger looking glow.
So if you have a good circulatory system, that means your eye is getting plenty of nutrition from the blood supply to the eye, and that's what will keep the eye healthy.
It's something that we have to do something about with a supplement or have a bypass at some point.
You're watching the American Health Journal, the show that brings you the latest information on prevention, diagnosis, treatment, and research from doctors throughout the United States. Watch the American Health Journal each week on this public television station.
Welcome back. We asked about lifestyle choices and the nutrients that support a healthy circulatory system. With some Americans unable to get proper nutrients through diet, we wanted to know which ingredients and supplements can help fill in the gaps.
So trying to just zero in with just prescription medicines to solve your health, particularly as it relates to cardiovascular health, is a big mistake. It's important to have more of a holistic approach. Have whole supplementation with different supplements that naturally occur in nature so that you're getting the full benefit rather than assuming we know everything and knowing exactly what medication to give. Because in reality, these supplements help us in ways that we still haven't discovered yet.
There are several things that folks can do in a natural way to improve their circulation. One is to, of course, work at limiting the saturated fat and trans fatty acids. Another important one is to do exercise. We live in a culture where a lot of folks watch more TV and sit around and don't exercise. And I had a doctor say to me one time, if folks just walked a mile a day with their dogs, that would actually increase their circulation alone.
It's very important that in addition to healthy eating and exercise and helping your overall wellness and health, that you add some supplementations. In our modern diet, we don't get all that we need. And so some supplementation that's customized to the individual is crucial. And I highly recommend using the omega fatty acids, such as omega 3, 6, and 9 to help with antioxidation and circulation. I also recommend using coenzyme Q10 because that reduces the problems that we see with the free radicals that damage our tissues. And then also we highly recommend using vitamin K2 because vitamin K2 really helps us to have better circulation and the proper type of clotting that's necessary for good circulation and avoid bruising and other damage to tissues.
Looking at each of these ingredients more closely, beginning with a nutrient that most people have heard of, omegas. Dr. Damian Plouffe of Envision Laser Eye Centers explains the importance of omegas.
Generally, when I'm doing a consultation, I'll say that omega-3s have benefits for your hair, brain, nails, blood pressure, cholesterol, mood, joints, skin, and dry eye. So they don't really question on why I'm prescribing the supplement. And I say prescribe because it's actually a very powerful supplement and it has large benefits for dry eye patients.
Medications are an extremely important way of treating dry eyes with either over-the-counter or prescription medications. However, I always tell the patients the best way to treat your dryness is just make sure you have good nutritional balance. And there's been extensive research and data that shows that omega-3 fatty acids improves your dry eyes by decreasing the inflammatory cascade or the amount of inflammation that your eyes have, and therefore increasing your tear film in your eye.
A lot of people wonder about omega fatty acids and which ones are important. Well, the crucial ones are omega-3, omega-6, and omega-9. These are the key ones, the key omega fatty acids that help improve circulation and help to reduce the negative effects of aging on our blood vessels that inhibit good healthy tissues and good healthy life.
I personally take my omega-3s by eating fish. I enjoy eating fish and I eat it 2 to 3 times a week. However, some patients either don't eat fish or they don't want to eat that much fish. So I would then recommend taking a omega-3 supplement. The advantage of taking an omega-3 supplement is then sometimes it's paired with other products that can also help your system. There are, for example, omega-3 products that can have CoQ10 or vitamin K2 that's mixed in with the omega-3, and now all of a sudden you're getting several benefits just besides the omega-3 by taking that pill.
Omegas are thought to improve symptoms of depression and also bipolar disorder. They're supposed to improve lipid profiles, possibly decrease the chance of cardiovascular disease, In diabetics, they can improve kind of cardio, or I should say vascular performance, and maybe decrease insulin resistance. They're definitely, the anti-inflammatory effects are beneficial for patients with autoimmune or inflammatory conditions, such as arthritis, Crohn's disease, lupus, psoriasis, and possibly maybe even Sjogren's. Envision works with over 1,700 primary care eye doctors that are in our network, and it's our mission to educate them on the latest technologies, and that includes supplementation with supplements such as omega-3s to make sure we preserve overall health, including eye health.
One of the great things about taking omega-3s, in addition to helping your dryness in your eyes, is it actually improves other parts of your body as well. Improves your circulatory health. It's been shown to decrease your LDL levels, improve your triglyceride levels. It increases your blood circulation, therefore by improving that cholesterol level, because you have better arteries or openings for the blood to travel. It's been shown in some studies to lower your blood pressure. It can also have benefits on your brain or your overall brain health. It also has been shown to help some patients in their skin conditions. And then of course there's been a lot of research that shows that it helps your joints and bone conditions because it decreases your inflammation in your body in general.
Omega fatty acids play a key role in skin health. Number one, they help reverse sun damage. They also help the skin with cellular turnover so that the skin is more elastic, and it also responds better and it looks better. It gives it more of a plumpness.
When we come back, we'll look at important nutrients that, unlike omegas, are not well known but equally important in supporting the circulatory system, including CoQ10, Vitamin K2, and Fibroblast growth factor.
Join the American Health Journal on Facebook. Search for American Health Journal.
Welcome back. We're learning about how supplements can aid in circulatory system repair. Let's continue with one that people are beginning to talk about, coenzyme Q10.
The benefits of coenzyme Q10 are remarkable. They help with the blood pressure. And so by relieving the blood pressure and not letting it go too high, it allows the circulation to move smoother.
It's really important to understand that the supplementation with coenzyme Q10 helps to reduce the oxidation and free radicals. These are these bad chemicals that actually damage our tissue, damage our DNA, damage the repair mechanisms that help us stay young and stay healthy.
The importance of coenzyme Q10 is, number one, it neutralizes free radicals in the cell structure. So it's an electron transporter, and you need it because as you age, you lose it. You just don't have the abundance of it like you did when you were in your 20s. So it's important to supplement it because it helps neutralize all those free radicals and all that damage that we've been doing to our skin over the years.
Another vitamin being considered for good circulatory and general health is vitamin K2.
Vitamin K2 is involved in circulation in the clotting mechanism. If your clotting mechanism is malfunctioning, or you don't have enough vitamin K2, you're going to have problems with circulation. So it's crucial that you supplement vitamin K2 to help your body clot properly when it needs to and not clot when it shouldn't clot and inhibit circulation.
Vitamin K2 is important mainly for elastin because it helps restrict the calcification of our elastin fibers.
The health benefits of vitamin K2 are amazing. It is a mild coagulant like vitamin K1, which is what people know as vitamin K. But vitamin K2 is awesome because it takes the calcium that could lay on the inner part of the vessel and stops it from depositing there. And instead takes that calcium and puts it in the bones and puts it in your teeth.
You're watching the American Health Journal, the show that brings you the latest information on prevention, diagnosis, treatment, and research from doctors throughout the United States. Watch the American Health Journal each week on this public television station.
World-renowned Norwegian researcher Dr. Boyne Eskeland, widely recognized as the world's foremost expert on young tissue extract and egg research, also called Fibroblast growth factor, or FGF, as an important nutrient in cell regeneration.
Oh, we have so many studies through the years, because this is like 20 years now. I have been mainly working on product based on fertilized chicken eggs. And we have studied in psychiatry, we have studies in memory loss, we have studied in sport nutrition. And all those studies, they also report that they find some other positive effect regarding that lifetime quality aspect.
One of the key things in normal aging is that we have a problem with our collagen breaking down. We lose the elasticity, we lose the normal padding that comes from good fibroblast function, good collagen growth, and with that normal aging process. So when we're able to use something like fibroblast growth factor, FGF, to stimulate the growth of fibroblasts, to stimulate the relaying down of collagen, this is the framework within our joints, within our skin, all those areas of our body that need that additional support, which we lose with natural aging. So FGF actually stimulates our body's ability to repair that natural structure within our joints and within our skin.
FGF plays an important role in hormones by reducing cortisol and increasing serotonin.
Cortisol is a stress hormone. The benefit of reducing the cortisol level affect many of the quality of life aspect, especially the quality of sleep. You wake up more relaxed, and you also realize that you get a better energy level. Your mood become better. You feel not as much confused. People with high level of cortisol, they may forget things very easily. Serotonin is an hormone that increases the quality of sleep. So when the cortisol level reduces, the level of serotonin increases. And actually it has a positive, good effect in diabetic patient. They don't often need as much insulin for the daily supply, and so it is regulating the blood sugar level. The first studies we did were actually on the pure product from fertilized chicken eggs, but later on we found that by adding like shark cartilage, pea protein, the efficacy of the product improved.
When we return, we'll learn about the importance of supplementing our diet with important nutrients that aren't often found in standard multivitamins. We'll hear from the doctors about a clinical research study on a unique blend of natural ingredients to support the circulatory system.
Join the American Health Journal on Facebook. Search for American Health Journal.
I'm a chiropractic doctor, but also a clinical nutritionist. And I've done clinical nutrition for almost 50 years now, so supplementation is very, very important for folks, and I've had the opportunity to actually teach and lecture that around the world.
One of the important things as physicians that we realize is that it's hard to get patients to take pills. If you give someone a handful of pills to take, chances are they won't take it. So the more we can simplify their supplement regime so that you combine a lot of these medicines into one pill, the better these patients do. The more likely they're going to take those things that are going to help them have better health and better longevity.
The advantage of taking an omega-3 supplement is then sometimes it's paired with other products that can also help your system. There are, for example, omega-3 products that can have CoQ10 or vitamin K2 that's mixed in with the omega-3, and now all of a sudden you're getting several benefits just besides the omega-3 by taking that pill.
The ingredients of Laminine Omega-3 Plus are the following: omega-3, omega-6, omega-9, coenzyme Q10, and vitamin K2, and the fertilized avian egg extract.
The benefits of the Laminine Omega-3 Plus are so vast in the circulatory problems because so many folks in our culture experience circulatory problems that can be affected by heart disease, artery disease, diabetes, and these have vast implications of problems.
Life Farm Global recently completed a clinical study on Laminine Omega-3 Plus to try to find out if combining omegas, coenzyme Q10, K2, and FGF had any effect on blood pressure or cholesterol and could potentially assist in circulatory system repair.
We are doing a study on Laminine Omega-3 Plus, testing for high blood pressure and cholesterol.
I elected to be part of this study because it gave me an alternative to taking allopathic medication. I knew my cholesterol was starting to creep up, and as you know, there is some history of heart issues in my family.
I was suffering from high blood pressure. I've had that problem for a long time, probably 5-6 years. I don't know why. I wasn't really overweight, a little belly fat and things like that, but really nothing more than that. And it just baffled my doctors, and it baffled my holistic health care practitioner.
We were out to find out whether or not it would really help the cholesterol and lower the bad cholesterol, increase the good cholesterol, and lower the total cholesterol, and lower the triglycerides. It was a placebo-controlled, double-blind study.
It really excited me because I do have a blood pressure issue. The last 3 years it's been kind of climbing, and I just refuse to use drugs because I'm totally went nutritional ways. And my blood pressure when I started was right around 140 over 100, and now, happy to say, after just 4 weeks, it was 134 over 88.
The preliminary results show the following. Number one, that the total cholesterol is decreased. Number two, that the good cholesterol, HDL, has increased. Number three, the LDL, the bad cholesterol, decreased. And number four, the triglycerides, which is the fat in your blood, also decreased. And number five, that the blood pressure in the participants went down to normal.
It was like almost immediately all of that brain fog lifted and was gone. So the mental clarity and the ability just to focus again was just amazing. I would say on an average, my blood pressure is probably like, 120, maybe 115 over about 80.
You're watching the American Health Journal, the show that brings you the latest information on prevention, diagnosis, treatment, and research from doctors throughout the United States. Watch the American Health Journal each week on this public television station.
Good circulatory health and providing proper nutritional support is not only important for adults. Physicians and parents are discovering that for many children, not having the right balance of nutrients could be the root cause of behavioral and learning problems.
Even with the autism now, they're starting to show that there's some aspect to that, one component potentially.
My son was struggling very hard at school, and it got to the point where our teacher approached us and she asked if we could basically put him on medication. She said he needs to be evaluated from a doctor because he must have ADHD or something. And so that just didn't sit well with me. I knew he was struggling with attention and focus, and so we wanted to reach out and find something that felt good for our family, that felt like a good solution for him.
My daughter brought me to Laminine Omega-3 Plus. When she was in the first grade, we found out she had a rare conductive hearing loss. And when they finally got that fixed and got hearing aids on her, she had to relearn vocabulary. Things sounded different to her. Well, the school said that after about 9 months after getting the hearing aids, that she was having a thing called sensory overload. I needed to take her to a doctor. So I took her to some doctors, and they just said, Well, yep, she's dealing with a lot of medical issues. Definitely retention and comprehension is is her struggle, which is a lot with a lot of kids. We can put her on like a Ritalin, and I said, well, she's not hyperactive. This doesn't quite make sense. She could comprehend but could not remember. Something was not right in the brain.
So before I gave him any type of medication, I did consult with a physician, showed him the product with the ingredient list, which was very short, and he said there's nothing in here that could harm my son.
This product is a whole food product, and it is, unless you have allergies to eggs, really there's no side effects.
So when I went to doctors, I looked for a doctor that could have a conversation with me. I wanted to know with that combination, is that optimal? I wanted to know if I needed to add anything else. And we had this real conversation about how, on a cellular level, how it would affect my daughter. And he said, bottom line, this was like the optimal set of ingredients for the brain.
Can adding nutrients, including omegas, make a difference in learning and focus for children?
Our teacher reached out and she said, what are you giving him? Thank you for trying something. I'm not sure what you're doing, but he's a completely different kid. I am seeing changes already. And she said, it's not the typical changes that I see with kids that go and get medicated from the doctor, but she said, he is himself. She's like, he is singing again in classroom, he's interacting with the kids, and he's remembering where his assignments are, and he's remembering to turn in his assignments.
And all of a sudden she was progressing a little bit, and then a little bit more, and then a lot more. And she's not just an average student, she's above grade level student. And this was a little girl who everybody told us would not progress, would not retain half her information that she would ever learn in her life.
In normal health and wellness, so often we focus on prescription medications as if this is the answer to helping us with our heart and our general cardiovascular health. In reality, science hasn't caught up to all the benefits of supplementations and other different chemicals that naturally occur in nature. So supplements are more whole.
The correct blend of natural ingredients in a supplement may have a beneficial effect on your circulatory system and general health. Remember, before discontinuing any prescription medication, consult your physician. Thank you for watching the American Health Journal. We wish to thank the experts and medical professionals for their participation in making this program possible. And to view previous shows, go to our website, thedoctorshow.com. As always, we will continue to keep you current on the latest and best in medicine for your better health. For the American Health Journal, I'm Chris Long.